Stu, it's a big game on Saturday afternoon. A quick turnaround in games too. We got Hartlepool United coming to the Vale. What do you expect we're going to see on Saturday?
I think you can only look back to the game that we played against them down at their place. I think they come out of the traps for the first probably 10 to 15 minutes really fast and pressed us high up the pitch and got after us. I think it's something that we'll probably have to expect, even though they're playing away from home. So look, they're a good team. They've got good players all over the pitch. Like you look at Josh Umry, he's coming off their bench. When you've got someone like Josh Umry we had with us who's got us 17 league goals at this level coming off your bench, you know that the squad's really strong. Their ambitions to try and get promoted again this season. I think they've had a little bit of a dip in form. They've picked up slightly in the last few weeks again, but they had a little bit of a bad patch, a sticky patch, which in this league it can happen to anyone. It happens to teams that win this league. They go 8 or 9 unbeaten. So look, we understand how tough the league is. We never really, when we research teams, we never really look at form. We always look at how they can hurt you and how we can hurt them. So look, we know it's going to be a really tough test.
And it's coming off the back of a Wednesday night game rather than a Tuesday night. How did that affect your preparations going into the fixture?
Yeah, it's affected it really badly. Really, the game being called off 3 times, so we've had to flip the fixture, which wasn't ideal. Look, the 1+, it was on a 3G, so we didn't play on a heavy pitch, which is a plus. But the fact that we're not going to be able to have a training session this week now does affect preparations. But like I've said in previous interviews and talked about previously, we're very well drilled, dependent on how teams come and press us and the shape. The lads know the structure and the way we want to attack games. So it's not something that we're worried about, but it's not ideal.
And how did you rate that game Wednesday night? Your first win as a manager properly in the cup. Taken a couple of years, but you must be pleased to get that break that duck.
Yeah, look, I'm just delighted for the fans. Our fans are just unique and incredible. For the game to get flipped from a Tuesday night called off at our place and then Wednesday night, and I think it was in around 90 of them travelled over there and did not stop singing from minute 1 to the end of the game. Like, they're just unique, they're incredible. And I think that we've got that real togetherness between the players, the management, the whole club, you, Chris, the media. I think everyone's kind of all in it together at this football club. And I'm just glad that we could give them that getting through in the cup, and the thought of them probably going over on a Wednesday night, all travelling over, then probably the expectation of probably going out on a potential banana skin. And we've gone over there, and the lads are outstanding, very professional performance. We rotated. We kind of changed 5 from the team, and we said it from minute 1 to the whole squad. We need the whole squad this season. We wanted to make sure that when we made subs and made changes, that it was kind of like for like. And I think you saw that within the performance. The lads come in and perform to a very high level. We've just got a very busy period coming into it now, and it was very important that we needed to try and play this game this week. If it had gone on any later, it had just made it even more congested in the new year. So look, we're delighted that we got the game out of the way. We're delighted to be in the next round, and we're looking forward to the up and coming fixtures now.
So, and loads of them too. Obviously, we've got a traditionally busy Christmas period, and then 8 games in January. Are you expecting more rotation of the squad, even new signings coming in next month?
Yeah, look, I think we're a team that are reactive in the sense that when we get injuries or suspensions, we react. We've got a list of players that we know potentially that we can bring in behind the scenes, loan players especially. But when that does happen, that we do add to the squad. We added Brooklyn recently, who will come in, and we kind of all know what he's going to bring to the group. So look, there's not an initial thing that we want to add, but we will add if we need to add. We're happy with the squad that we've got. I think we've got a really competitive squad at the minute. We could only field 5 on the bench on Tuesday night, and you could have had 7, but that's because Alex Dyer is out injured and Charlie Barker's out injured at the minute, and obviously Luke Dreher's out on loan, getting valuable minutes. So look, we're a tight knit squad. We know what we've got in the building, and we know that when players play, we're not worried who plays. We just know that they'll give everything. And look, we've had 2 massive away wins, and it's a squad. It's the squad that's done it. It's not a starting 11 that's done it. So we believe in all the squad, and look, we trust them. This weekend, like you say, we will research Hartlepool again this weekend. Make sure that we pick the right team for the right game, and that's what it's about. At times, it's about rotating at different times through fatigue, but it's about picking the right players for the right games at times as well.
Yeah, I managed to squeeze into the huddle at the end of last night, and obviously couldn't put out what you said because of the expletives, but you did say that the team's giving you a headache, and that's what you want from them. The changes made, you must have been delighted to see that all the 5 changes all come in and put in a good performance. Do you feel that the side you'll play on Saturday will allay more to the Dagenham win or the Billericay win, or sort of combination of both?
Look, it'll come down to how we feel we can hurt them and how we feel that players' attributes will contribute within that game and can hurt Hartlepool, and then also how we can stop Hartlepool and their threats, because they've got a lot of threats. So it's kind of both ways. We'll look into it and research it. We'll make sure tomorrow we'll know more about how everyone's come through the game, especially the recovering today, and then the second day recovery will be tomorrow. So we'll know exactly where we're at in the freshness and the fatigue of the squad. So yeah, we'll be determined on that as well.
We'll see. There's 2 days to Christmas on Saturday, and Hartlepool have got to make that long journey down. Do you think that's something that we can exploit there? Perhaps there being maybe a bit tiredness. I'm assuming they'll stay the night before.
Yeah, I think all these clubs within this division, I think that's kind of, it's not really like a non-league mentality anymore. I think they all do the overnighters, they all come down, they all train the day before. I just don't think that's really a factor anymore. I think they all prepare to a very high level now. Whereas, like you say, when you're playing kind of in the lower leagues of non-league, that you all travel up on a day, in which we do, and sometimes it is difficult. We've tried to, anything over 3.5 hours, we've tried to overnight, or we've tried to stop off and have pre-match meals, but it's very difficult to do that, and it does have an impact. But yeah, I don't see that as being a problem for Hartlepool.
Perfect. Thank you for your time.
Chris, top man, have a good evening, mate, and see you
You
on
too.
Saturday, mate.
Thanks. See you later.
Bye bye.